What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Here we are in New York City, the Comic-Con. Are we still having fun out there? I'm having a blast. Crowd shot. Look at that. Excellent. I'm having a blast here. I love this. My name is Ezekiel III. We're here on the Twitch stage with my boy Swiffer, of course. Good to see you again, Swiffer.
Oh, yeah, it's good to see you, dude.
Great segment, last segment.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But we're not important.
No, we're not
just
at
here.
all. Just
we're here to facilitate talking for you guys.
That's right.
Awesome.
Sitting with us today, we got John Warden and Ben Montano. Because we had that confusion backstage. I thought he said Montana, because I'm from Montana.
I'm not, no.
But Montano.
No relation.
And he made it a point to say, I'm Italian.
Yes. Montano.
Montano, son. So tell us what you guys do.
I'm John Warden. I'm a design manager at, oh, there's the camera. I'm design manager at Hasbro. I work on the toys. I'm a toy designer. So I work on Generations toys, but I've also worked on, movie toys. I've worked on Pokemon in my career. All sorts of different things.
I'm just going to switch places.
Oh, yeah,
here.
there you go.
Toys are more important.
There we go.
So what's exciting today is we've got some awesome toys to share. We've got some cool new types of stuff to talk about, and it's great. It's awesome to be working on Transformers, especially now.
Dude, you got, honestly, there were several dream jobs I had when I was a child. And working on Transformers toys would have been, at one of the top of the list. It was like veterinarian and then work on Transformer toys.
No, wait, no, paleontologist wasn't there?
No. After that was astronaut.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
or
yeah.
astronaut fireman, combo.
Wow, that's dude. Transformers beat that. That's pretty epic.
It's pretty good.
So we have animal Transformers, and we've been in NASA. So we work with NASA.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it's cool. So Ben Montano, I'm the marketing director for Transformers. So I work with John on all the products. And I have the privilege to also work on all of our entertainment. So whether it's with Paramount Bay, and that whole team with a great team at Hasbro Studios writing Robots in Disguise, animated series, Machinima Crew on the Combiner War series. So, yeah, dream job, make toys, cartoons, live action movies. It's pretty intense.
Oh, man, dude. Thank you for coming on the show because I got to tell you, this is just a seriously, huge part of my childhood.
Same.
Was I had, forgive me for saying other names, but I had G.I. Joes and I had Ninja Turtles. But nothing compared to the Transformers toys of back in the day. And you've got some stuff to show us today, which I'm really excited about. But before we get to that, tell us about the new movie coming out.
Yes, the new movie. Most people know about it. So Transformers Last Night coming out next June 23rd, which we're psyched about. Still in principal photography all over the world, which is awesome. Our team's had a chance to go out on set and see some of that in action. And we do have an official movie toy that we want to reveal to the world here today. And I know I was already backstage with you, so you're ready to play with it.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
John and I think you talk about our life dreams. We are still 10-year-olds at heart.
Absolutely,
And
you have to be.
I think that's a lot of us, right?
Yeah,
There's
it's got to be.
no doubt. So we play with
Gotta
toys
follow
as
your
much as
dreams.
we put them in packages and get them to market. So, and I will say before I hand over this toy, I have to do a shout out to the 10-year-olds are here, but my wife teaches a bunch of 10-year-olds back in Massachusetts, and I know they're watching this. So, shout out to the 10-year-olds everywhere.
Hell yeah, dude.
But with that said, this is official first reveal.
Yep.
Transformers: The Last Night, of course, the Optimus Prime helmet, which is pretty nasty, and not only does it look fantastic, but it also has the official voice of our favorite Peter Cullen.
Our boy Peter Cullen. Oh,
Peter
my
Cullen.
God.
I know
Voice of my childhood.
We're
It's
backstage.
incredible.
I was showing some pictures. I had a chance to hang with Peter a couple times, which has been awesome. And of course, this has voice change, so you can try your best to sound like the famed Peter Cullen.
Let me get my hands on that thing.
Oh, are you gonna put it on now, man?
Oh, I'm gonna put it on right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna put it on
what's
right
gonna
now.
happen?
This thing's got so many great features. It has signature lines from the movie.
Put the microphone up to the.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, do you want me? How's it? All right, so let me help you out.
Oh wow, this goes right on.
Oh, wait.
Bottom button. Where keep going. There we go.
There. Is that it? Oh. Are you getting some of that?
Maybe it's on the side.
Where's it at? Where's it coming out at?
It's Optimus Prime's head. It's not gonna be a piece of cake.
Prime.
We gotta.
Where is it? I'm trying.
Not
to get
built for mic and stage shows.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
Okay, can you hear me? Transform and roll out.
Oh, there we go.
That's awesome.
Great.
Boy, that sent chills through my body.
John and a lot of luck.
Hit those other. I want to hear Peter. Don't mess with it. Here, give me a Peter sound effect. The other buttons.
Was there another one?
What?
Oh, on the side.
Oh, it's on the side.
No. You had the mic in the right spot. No, here, put the mic here.
There we go.
We got some buttons.
Engage the enemy. Knowledge is the pathway to victory.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Epic.
Drop
I
of
learned
that
so
knowledge.
much. I learned so much just there in those 3 seconds.
There we
It's
go.
incredible.
Optimus
You know,
wisdom.
Dude,
How to be a true
I can play
leader.
with that
How to be a
all
real leader.
day.
You know what's amazing about Optimus Prime? He's a character really that it transcends generations. You've got original Transformers fans like me that love Optimus Prime. You grew up with Optimus Prime. You got fans of the 1986 movie that
he took
that
off
I
the
know that.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. we
His head
we
is
build
too
them to be very durable. So this is a good example of like
10-year-olds
it's
throw
able to
things
take
around.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I was telling. I don't know which one of you guys I was telling before that, but I actually took the original, like the 1980s Optimus Prime helmet. I took it all the way out to the desert, and I had it out there for a week, and I was dancing with the helmet on. It got all dirty and dusty, just a little spit shine. It worked just fine. It's
That's
great.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
You know, it's,
Durability
that's
right
it. That's
there.
what's cool about him is he's like this father figure. He's actually, the star of these new movies. So you have this whole new generation of kids growing up with Optimus Prime. This gives them a chance to become Optimus Prime, and gives fans of all ages just be able to put this thing on and become Optimus Prime. It's very empowering, you know.
Well, that's what I always loved about Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime was not just like, hey kids, eat your vegetables. He was like, be tough for the right reasons, you know,
Yeah.
fight for what's good in life, you know, what's right and true and that kind of stuff. It was,
Yeah, he stands
yeah.
for the freedom of all sentient beings, and I think that's a universal message that is powerful, and it's big. It's as big as the universe, and I think that's what's cool about Optimus Prime.
Oh, I'm getting all feelsy, man. I'm not
I think-
kidding. Like that
Oh,
really hits
totally.
me right in the home.
Yeah, what we're psyched about in the new film, John and I have had the chance to work with, like I said, Paramount Bay Films and the great writers on this, is that, as you've seen in a lot of the artwork that's gone out, Optimus is going to be huge in this film, and his journey is going to be very epic. And I think that's why it's just, to pay homage to such a huge hero.
Yeah.
And he's not just a robot. He's pretty cool. And I know we're going to talk about in a minute some of the other points in our childhood that may have had a lasting impression on us, but I think this film is going to be huge and a lot of fun for all of us.
Well, before we get to that, because I could talk about the old Transformers forever, but before we get to that, I want to kind of delve into from movie to toy.
Yeah.
I want to know about that journey.
Yeah. It's interesting when you work on a product like Transformers. You really have to get down to the DNA level of that character. You have to understand like what is it not just that fans that are longtime fans of Transformers are going to love, but also what are new kids gonna get into? What is going to be cool for that next generation? So when we work with a studio, we really we work with all of the great automotive partners that are part of the film. And it's an incredible ride. It's a long process. We've been working on the movie toys for a while now. We're gonna have to stay tuned to learn more about the movie toys. But this thing is the first. This is the first product we're revealing.
Very cool.
But this year is not we're not just talking about last night. This is also the big anniversary year, right, Ben?
30th anniversary, yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
man.
30th
30th
anniversary.
anniversary.
Let's not age ourselves too
1986
much here,
movie.
though,
That's
but-
right. 1986 movie.
I think he shed a tear out back when we brought it
Oh
up.
man,
That's right.
But yeah, I like to talk to the guests beforehand to feel them out, see what kind of people they are, that kind of stuff. And we started talking about the 1986 movie, and I told them like I have two favorite movies, one for my brain and one for my heart. My brain says Godfather is the best movie of all time, but my heart
Great
says
movie.
1986
Dude.
Transformers is the best movie of all time.
So awesome.
I mean, it's got so many great things for it. First, it's animated. Second, it's got some of the best metal. 80s metal music in
Incredible.
it,
Stan
Our
Bush.
Birds
Stan
of
Bush,
Fortune.
Touch.
Yep, and you got the touch burning. Oh, I play that all the time. I love it. So it's the 30th anniversary. Is there anything like special going on, or
Yeah, I think we've been celebrating. Our partners, Shout Factory, put out
Shout Factory?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a fantastic remastered movie. It's awesome. There's a fantastic steelbook edition. It's that I know is very hard to get your hands on right now, but it's just awesome. Wait, you have one?
If I
Get
may
your hands
interject,
on one.
that was a present from a friend of mine recently.
Oh, wow, you
Fantastic.
got one?
I didn't get the steelbook. I'll tell you, I didn't get the steelbook, but I did get the remastered Blu-ray version of Transformers at Twitchcon. One of my mods, he was like,
awesome.
"Here's a present from me," and and I looked at it, I was like, "This is
Oh.
you know me, man."
That is fantastic.
So I think for us, it's as John talked about a second ago, we have a chance in this brand to bring a lot of generations together. I mean, that was a film 30 years ago, obviously, that a lot of us saw and connected a certain way with. And what's great about being able to re-release that is for a lot of parents to have kids, whether it's mother, father, son, daughter, to bring them into the universe in an awesome way. And obviously, what happened to Optimus was very, very sad. He
Very
came
sad.
back. He came
Very
back.
sad, but he comes back.
He comes
Oh
back.
yeah, oh yeah.
And you can
No,
tell
I
kids that ahead of time.
bawling in the theater.
Oh.
Bawling.
All of us were.
He's
Yeah.
like, But I mean, as we talked about, there's other characters that really stepped up in that film that we are proud of, are part of our franchise, and there's a lot of new storytelling we're doing with Machinima stuff that kind of lean into kind of that next era of the Transformers story universe.
Yeah, you were talking about Hot Rod.
That's right. So our current product, one of the brands I work on is called Transformers Generations, and it's a brand that is actually celebrating a lot of the different pieces of the 1980s franchise. So all these great toys, all these great characters, and we're actually bringing it all out under a universe called the Prime Wars Trilogy. We're actually in the middle of the Prime Wars Trilogy in part of the saga called Titan's Return. So in the Titan's Return line, we actually have a version of Hot Rod. He's incredible, and he's it's just like fans might remember. But in that deluxe scale, we've also got lots of other terrific Transformers. You've got characters like Perceptor here. This is hilarious actually. So when I was a little kid, I was a nerdy little kid, right? I would get good grades. I loved science, and this is my first microscope, right? This is the first time that Perceptor has been out as a microscope since the 80s.
And it actually works.
It actually works. We put the lensing on the inside. See the way that thing goes up and down? And so you're actually able to transform this guy into a little robot, which is pretty incredible. But we've also got other characters like Twinferno here. This is, originally this character was called Double Cross. This character is like, back in the day, he used to have a little spark action, so you used to be able to remember that guy?
I remember when toys were hazardous and you could choke on them and no one cared because, it's like...
Well, Hasbro toys, we're so safe, but what's exciting about it, we keep all that fun, all that iconic energy, and we're able to bring it to life with all of the same classic feels. This guy's got all the cool, awesome, blocky dragonness that you might remember. He's got two heads, and when he transforms, he actually has the dragon heads for hands, which is just about as epic as you can get.
Oh my God! Oh, never mind. I was gonna say no. We don't mention the inferior toys. Yes. So tell us who we got in front of us, though.
So this guy, when we do things on Transformers, we like to do them big. So back in the day, there was this character called Six Shot. He had the ability to change into 6 different modes. He had, a Puma mode. He had a spaceship mode, and it was fun. It was actually billed as one of the most challenging Transformers. We've actually had the ability to bring this guy back. In the leader class scale, so he's actually able to transform into this nice big superposable version.
So this is the original.
That's the original. This is the new Titan's Return leader class version, and you can see how we actually in the design process we've actually gone in there and matched the colors as closely as possible because it's about the emotion of that character you want to capture. And he transforms into 6 modes. It's really fun. It's challenging, but he's actually a member of a group of Decepticons called the Phase Sixers.
Okay.
And
I remember how revolutionary it was when you had the triple change ones. It was like that was the first ones I got were the whoa.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh wow.
Well, no, he's right though. This is talk about it in a second. Like the triple changers, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it was huge. Like the tank, chopper, and robot.
Oh, totally. And it's for us back in the day, it was a fun puzzle. And I think that what we're finding is there's lots of kids enjoying that same kind of fun puzzle that we did when we were kids. And so you're actually getting generations of fans, joining together and sharing something they love, which is just really the spirit of New York Comic Con. This is so here at Comic Con, we're actually able to come talk to Transformers fans, and it's incredible.
Well, speaking of that, I went to I was at Chicago, and I told you guys I was walking around, and I craned my neck because my eyes saw something and my neck wasn't ready for it, and I saw it. I walked by and went, "That's Devastator."
It's Devastator.
It's full on Devastator. It's like all put together. It has all the pieces and it's all the robots. And I wanted that as a kid. It's too expensive, but now I have a job and I can pay for it.
That's
so I went and
right.
grabbed it and I was like playing with it. Untransformed it. I tried to transform it back, but I couldn't do it. I was like, oh damn, this is harder than I remember.
You need to invite John over for the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I've transformed that guy a million times. So this guy is actually, like I was saying, he's a member of a group called the Phase Sixers. Another character that's a member of the Phase Sixers is Sky Shadow. He's also known as Black Shadow. He's actually from the Japanese saga. But what's cool about him is that he's a big scale character, but he's got the ability to kind of split in half. Oh. And each one of these halves, actually, this part turns into a tank, this part turns into a jet. So it's not just a normal Transformer. Like, this is a Transformer with an added layer of puzzle to it, which is super cool.
So I don't know if you. So normally, and I heard a lot of this. So since we've been here in New York, the Transformers, we got some things that are cute. I don't normally use that word.
Right.
Transformers. Usually, I have 3 daughters at home. Like, it's okay to be cute at home, but not at work when I'm working on Transformers. But each of these guys have, maybe John, you can kind of play with this, these little Titan Masters. This is a pretty neat
the
thing.
headmaster kind of
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So back in the
yeah.
day when we were kids, there was this little thing called the Titan Master, right?
Yes!
So that guy's head comes off and it becomes a tiny little transformer.
Oh my
Now
God.
these little transformers, you can swap heads, and then these guys actually become the population for a giant transformer called Fortress Maximus. And
Yes.
Fortress Maximus back in the day was the
I remember,
biggest
yes,
transformer
yes.
ever. The guy's like, is huge. So
So
we-
I remember seeing I don't know what show it was, like Collectors or something like that, where this guy had like all these like things set out, and there was this huge,
he's
huge toy.
He's huge. He's like a toddler almost, right?
man.
So we
Now,
just
wouldn't it be
put him out.
awesome if we had another giant Titan class?
It would be
figure
incredible.
for these little guys to live
It would
in?
be. It
Wait
would
a
be
minute,
great.
wait a minute, hold on. So
Now, most of our fans here may know what we're doing already, but
maybe they do. Maybe they do. I don't know.
we have a surprise for them.
Uh-oh.
We got a big
Well,
surprise.
go ahead.
All right, so we got a big surprise.
Oh, God.
So a little while ago, fans voted on what the next Titan class Transformer was. So Fortress Maximus is a big character. He's going to need somebody to fight against. So we gave fans the choice of who the next Titan is, and they chose a big giant character named Trypticon.
Yes. All right.
Trypticon is a giant, like space dinosaur.
Yes.
So
Oh,
here,
man.
we're just going to give you a little bit of the design process here. This is actually part of the prototype of the actual Trypticon toy.
Just his leg.
Just his leg. Okay,
Imagine.
so imagine
He is a
how
beast.
big this thing is. So let's
Dude.
put this down. I could show
Here, put him
you
next
my
to
hands.
put him next to the.
Oh yeah, like you get the
He's
impression.
like bigger than like.
There we
He's
go.
huge. So this guy, you can see literally how gigantic it really
Yeah,
is.
that's like Shadow of the Colossus scale, dude.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. So,
He
but
makes Ultra Magnus look like a weenie.
Yo, I remember the
Oh,
Epic
yeah.
Battles, Metroplex, and all the other guys. Oh man.
so if you can imagine how tall this guy is, like this is just his leg, like the whole thing is like he's about that
the
tall,
size,
maybe
yeah.
about that tall, and he has the ability not only to be an incredibly awesome space dinosaur titan, but he can also turn into a Decepticon city. Like
That makes total
I
sense.
just love that.
Come
I
on.
love that sentence. That sentence, Space Dinosaur Titan.
you cannot mess with the space dinosaur titan city.
oh,
you can't.
Man. When is that coming out?
Next fall.
Next fall.
Next
fall.
fall.
But
Oh,
but
man.
what's cool about being able to bring something to an event like this is we're able to like share with all the Transformers fans out there just a little bit of a sneak preview behind the process. You can see all the awesome detail on this thing and also the articulation that we've added. Hear that joint?
Yeah.
That's quality.
Clicking
there
means
we go,
cool.
there we
Clicking
go.
means cool.
Clicking means cool, and it's also it's very functional because it's meant to support the weight of that big heavy transformer. So
Right.
we build all this stuff in, we play test it. Andy has the ability to this is part of the transformation step. He's actually able to transform into like this giant
Here, do you need
section
one
of
of
a
these
base.
guys?
Now if you were to imagine, this is just a section of the base. This thing goes way over like into your chair if you can use your imagination how big this thing actually is.
They're not sitting well.
I don't know if it's a prototype. I don't know if he's actually
They're not
going
gonna prop.
Yeah, I think it's slightly bigger due to molding
Anywhere for them to
constraints.
sit in.
And on this guy, I'm not sure if there is.
No, I see you playing with those little guys and the big guy. Like, what? Like okay, we can go down the line. I'm sure, but my personal favorite Transformer, and not my favorite like to cheer for, but my favorite toy was Soundwave.
Oh my God!
yeah, of course.
I
gotta love
loved Soundwave because you had Rumble. Rumble was the good guy. Excuse me. No, wait. No, Rumble was the one. It was one of his
Ravage.
tapes.
That's right,
Rumble,
yeah, yeah.
Ravage,
Rumble, Ravage.
Rap Cat.
Rat
Bat.
Bat. Yeah.
Damn it!
30 years
It's
ago.
all right.
You're
It's
making me
all
look
right.
like an idiot.
Long
But
time
no,
ago.
that was my favorite thing to like interchange and pretend like they were flying
what's a-
out,
wait,
like
tape-
what's a tape
transforming on
deck?
their way
He's got-
out.
There's a
He's
lot
got
of
that
people out
sweet
here like
voice.
tape deck. What
He
are you
ejects
talking
things
about?
out of his chest. It's incredible.
Yep.
Did you see the Masterpiece Collection version of him? Oh my God.
my
That
gosh.
thing, you can't even find it anymore. It's just absolutely insane. It's,
No, we've actually had the ability
did.
to re-release that, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
We did
Oh,
really,
this is
and we
stuff.
just actually.
I'm like, it's gone.
And
You can't
soon,
find it.
we'll actually have it is leader scale, if I remember right.
That's right, yeah.
Of Soundwave.
Leader class Soundwave.
Hitting shells very soon.
Oh,
with
man.
pop-out chest
what
and tape
does that
decks.
mean when you say
Well, what
leader
leader
class?
class is a scale.
It's a
So you've
scale,
got this
yeah.
guy's called leader class. So just like you remember Soundwave, he was the original like cassette player boombox kind of robot. And he was
Right.
able to transform into that big cool robot. We've actually captured the essence of that, made him into like kind of like a like a Bluetooth speaker kind of thing.
Okay,
and his
okay.
chest actually opens. You can put little like iPhone kind of devices on the inside.
Oh,
so
sweet.
He still turns into kind of a music player, but he's got this great height that's just like that, and he still has that awesome feature that you remember where it pops the chest open, and you're able to, have cassettes come out.
So
I
that's your
never
next
thought
gift.
about that.
That's
I
your
never
next
thought
gift.
about like how you have to keep up with the times because no one has a boombox anymore.
Right.
No one
Well, I
walks
don't know.
around rocking that stuff.
I've got a boombox, man. Come on.
Well, guys like you and I might have a boombox
Yeah,
with
I
our
think
with
it's
our
fair.
with our Spin Doctors mixtape on it. But I mean, we're not talking about you and me here. We're talking, but for real, like you have to keep up with the times. Like there's no. That's why I'm sure that's part of the reason why, like you have to, and also like cars themselves. Like there's cars from the 80s that have translated over to today, but they don't look the same.
It's so true. And that's one of the best things about working on a brand like Transformers. Transformers is a mirror to a lot of the great things that are happening in pop culture. And because of the fact that we reach so many different generations of people, we have fans of G1, fans of G2, you have fans that are Beast Wars fans
Beast
that
Wars,
grew up in the
yep.
90s, you have guys that love Armada through the 2000s, and you've got fans of the new movie franchise that are younger. They're going to be the collectors of the future. And to work on a brand that is so broad like that, you realize that like everything needs to be contemporized, but the essence of it is so pure and awesome. You've got a robot that converts into something amazing like a sports car, or a two-headed dragon, or a giant robot that has 6 forms. Like there's something just intrinsically cool about that, and it's going to be cool forever.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I absolutely love about Transformers toys is that they like no matter which ones you have, they're going to be fun for kids to play with forever, right?
Absolutely.
Like you'll have the old semi like squeaky joints like from back in the day like you played with over and over again. You can hand that to your kid, transform it, and then tell a story of like this is what semis look like when I was a kid. And they look like this now, or like this is what like a Camaro looked like back in the day, and this is what they look like now.
Yeah,
but they're
totally.
they're always going to be fun to like transform and play with and stuff because they have not only form but they have function.
No, completely.
And my favorite, when I'm driving down the road with my kids, my youngest daughter will throw out, "Dad, could that be Optimus Prime?" The answer is always, "Of course." Well, sure.
You never know. You never know. That car driving down the street, it's more than meets the eye.
Right? So who are the geniuses behind the scenes that actually like engineer like the pieces fitting together like to transform one state to another? Like it seems like such a hard thing to be like, all right, this piece needs to split this way so you can split it out and like like
Where are you going to put the hand?
there's actually-
it
yeah,
seems like
it's-
such a difficult thing.
It's a very involved process. Actually, we work with a company called Takara Tomy. We worked with them since the 1980s, believe it or not, and they're really the geniuses in Japan that help us figure out the puzzle of the transformation. And then the designers in the United States will work to kind of, we'll have the vision of like, well, we want this guy to go from this mode to this mode, and we'll actually work together to kind of figure out what the fun transformation is. Like, oh, that's too complex, or it's not complex enough. And then together,
that's
we're
something
able to
that
figure it out.
imagine doing that
I
in a
was-
day when we didn't have computers back in the 80s,
Oh my
90s,
God,
and these
my
guys
God,
were like,
yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
idea how they did that. Now
They have like pattern recognition, like super brains,
Right.
So like trying like okay, it's gonna move like this, and then you kind of just imagine your head, and then you start
Got it.
start building and stuff.
There's times on the way home that I'm like, I'll just be trying to drive, listen to the radio, and I'm like starting to think about, okay, how's that going to transform? And I'll just get like lost, and I'm like, I'm home now. Let's just turn this off.
Man, I recently got a newer version of Starscream. I know it's probably not the newest, but I got the newer version of Starscream, and I remember I had the old version, and the old version was like boop, boom, done. Yeah. This was so. It was. I felt like honestly, I felt like a kid again.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it and I was like, there are like 50 moving pieces that you have to go from jet to robot. Right. And I was like, this thing, it looks like it snaps here. Like the difficulty has ramped up. Were we just not as smart as the kids are today?
I bet that's probably the case with me anyway. Like, I just feel like this guy, like, like I'm just not using that challenge anymore. Like, so much fun. I gotta bring out my old Grimlock, be like, all right, how's this working with the tail and like getting the, all right, like.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a fine balance. And John and I work like close with the extended team on this. That it's a fine balance. That we have a lot of toys you can do in one quick step. That's easier. Maybe more for you. We may need to.
Well, no,
but,
I didn't know
I'll tell
about
you
that.
I'll take that one.
Snapping it off and like, oh no.
But then we do intentionally things like this, where it is a little more complicated. And again, I'm looking around here, and there's a lot of fans that I see that we talk to a lot that's what they're looking for, and they have fun doing that, and they can figure that out. And I think there's a lot of it too is it gets that bonding. I think what's awesome about this brand, and you're not just bonding over watching a movie or watching a cartoon. You can bond over a toy where it may be hard for a 10-year-old, but dad can help out and play along,
yeah,
and that's really cool and powerful. And I think that's what a lot of what John and I and our team try to continue to kind of invoke into everything we do is how do we bring all of our fans, all generations together just to enjoy everything we do.
Well, I bet your kids' friends are like jealous. They're like, why
Coolest
can't they be my
dad.
dad? He plays with toys all day.
I got my 8-year-old came home yesterday and said, Dad, my friend wants to know, will there be a Lamborghini in the next movie? I'm like, yes. And now I'm like the coolest dad in the world 'cause there's a Transformer Lamborghini. I'm like, that's awesome.
No, it's incredible. You know, when you think about all those times when you're a little kid, and when I was a little kid, I did want to be a toy designer, and I went to school to do it, and I stuck to it. And it's a testament, every time I wake up, every day I wake up and I go to work and I'm working on these robots, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the thing I wanted to do when I was a kid, and it's incredible. And to be able to come here and share that love with other fans, it's really, makes you feel so good.
There's more movies coming out.
There are,
so I think, as we talk about this helmet, Transformers last night, next summer, so we're excited about that.
Now,
stay,
is it last
stay tuned.
night or like
the last
night? Like
Transformers
like
the last
last
night.
night.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yes,
right on.
yes. There's a lot of fun, kind of medieval action going on there, which is very cool. So that's next summer, again, which we're excited. We're working a lot on that with the team. You'll definitely see and hear more from us on that coming. But I think, we've talked a lot. We have several movies coming after that. We have another movie in 18 and one after. So, expect a lot from us on the big screen. But, John and I work on all of our animated series as well with our extended team. And, we're excited we'll be sharing more on that front in the near future. So if you don't, if you're not going to run out and check out the big theatrical, I can promise you online there'll be a ton of awesome content for little kids and grown-ups like us to watch as well.
Very cool.
Good deal.
So for a kid I know, like where can I buy this stuff?
Everywhere.
For
We
like
are
a child?
everywhere.
Like how about for a kid?
Cybertron
How
maybe
about
as
for
well.
a kid
It's a cool
I
place to
know
go.
that on the internet that I could get him delivered to me maybe?
I'm not choosing favorites here,
Okay,
but there's a lot
okay.
of
No, there's like,
A lot of retail sites.
Yeah, a lot of retail
retail
sites.
sites.
And it's what's great about it is our toys are, they're fun to play with, and they're affordable for families to go. So if you're in the store, you're getting things for the week, pick up a Transformer. And honestly, it's that moment that you're going to be able to spend with your kids. It's worth every penny.
Absolutely, man. Well, John, Ben, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for
having us.
letting
You bet, man.
letting me look at and play with your toys. I appreciate it.
It's just fun to bring toys out and let people play. It's great.
Look for Transformers last night.
And you were officially the first one to wear
There we
the
go.
official
Yeah,
Transformers
man.
movie helmet.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I took it out of the box just for this. You were the first one
Wow.
to wear that.
That's awesome,
I
man.
hope I don't have to pay you anything for that.
No, I'll pay you.
For sitting fee. Yeah.
I'll pay you, dude. No, we can look for Transformers last night coming out next
Next
summer.
year. Yeah. Yep.
Next summer, so look for that. Where are we at? This one right here? This one over here? Right there.
that
There
one.
we go.
That's
Got
the
it.
one. That's the one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
forget. They're so far away. Don't go away. We got lots more content coming to you right here from the Twitch stage, New York Comic Con, brought to you by Fandom. Stick around.
Couldn't make it to New York Comic Con this year? Don't worry, Reed Pop Supply Co. has you covered. Grab some of the hottest...